everybody, and welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox here in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada, and it is heating up. It is 10.2, and lots of neat things going on. We had a big air battle between Panzer King and Fortress Jinx up in the British Midlands, and 6 fighter squadrons and a militia were lost. So 3 on each side, and then the militia, of course, is the British. You know the Russians are up here in Norway. They've got decisions to make, and we're going to let you know what those are in just a moment. We got some heavy construction going on with the fortifications, and we've got the Chinese doing what the Chinese have been doing. And you'll say, hey, where did all those KMT troops go? Well, they've all gone into Hong Kong. And there we go. I got them on the French thing because they don't have one for China, go figure. So they're there because the UK declared war on the CCP. And by doing so, that gives the CCP finally their wartime bonus of being at war with a major power. So the CCP is spending, they had $14, they're spending 12 on tanks, 2 on a militia, and then they get their free infantry because they don't have to roll, but they still get it. And they might change that in the rules, but as it stands right now, there you go. How many times are we honestly going to see this though, right? Like this has been a total fluke. And over here, the CCP has had a lot of money to spend. We're going to use $6 to upgrade the Leningrad factory to a major. We're going to move along the one we're building into the Trans-Caucasian Mountains. We're going to move it along one for $6. We're going to finish for $20 all of our fortifications. $20 a couple of fighters. Here's our international brigade for winning the Spanish Civil War. We've got 4 for an artillery. We've got 10 for 2 advanced artillery, and we're saving 11. Now, just like the last couple of rounds, I'm trying to build these bloody advanced artillery, but I keep missing. So we're going to do that right now. We are going to try to get advanced artillery. So that's the red dice. The green die is the advanced mechanized. And then the improved factories and the improved construction are the other things. There's not a lot of stuff on here that really loves the Russians.
Nobody loves me. Nobody.
Like it just really isn't. So you're kind of hampered. I was also thinking of possibly going after the radar, but don't know how big a deal that's going to be for the Russians. So here we go. Okay, well, once again, the red and the green dice have betrayed us, but the improved factories has gone up. We got improved factories, so we're going to put that right up there. And improved construction has moved up 1. All right, so, well, maybe we're never going to get Katyushas, which would be just a crime. But, hey, these are the things that you do. So, the Katyushas are going to go back into the box. And this money goes into here, so we have $21 to spend. This is 3 from Lend-Lease from the Canadians. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. All right, so that's everything there. Now, okay, this is the build chart. So all my fortifications, I didn't put 4 on there, just 1. And the factory in the Trans-Caucasian Mountains is going to move up 1 as well. All this stuff here, some of it might be in different spots. I haven't really kept up with this. I think it's in the right spot. I've tried to, but there might be stuff that's gone now, but there it is. So this is going, these are all going to be placed this round. Okay, now we're going to grab some dice. Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry folks, just give me a second here. Okay, the reason I needed to do something is I forgot to check something out. So, now I've checked it out, so away we go. The Norwegians have a coastal defense ship and a torpedo boat destroyer here in Sea Zone 13. So what I'm going to do is these 4 subs are going to come in here and attack them. Okay, we're going to try to get rid of them. And you say, oh, he's got a coastal defense gun. Well, unfortunately, they only shoot at surface ships, and that's what I had to check out. Meanwhile, we are going to have these things come and attack the Norwegians. We're going to have got 2 Marines, cavalry, go that way, and a tank. I'm going to send a whole bunch of guys that way. And we're going to send 2 infantry this way. Plus we have planes, and the planes are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 they can land in Trøndelag. Okay, so we have a fighter and a tactical bomber. And I believe that is all the attacks I have. All right. Now, in my understanding, even though these boats are sitting here, the attack isn't coming from this sea zone. I think it can only attack into the sea zone where the attack is coming from, and I believe it can only attack this sea zone in this case too, I think the specifics. So I don't think that can happen in that case. All right, so that is what's happening with the Soviet Union over here. Okay. This is the difficult part, is because everything is way over there. All right. So we're going to grab our dice, and we're going to come over here, and we are going to get her done. Get her done! All right, so I have 4 subs that are attacking, okay, and they're just the basic subs, and they got target select at 1, but we just got 2 things to shoot at. So I got 4 of them. Those will be the yellow dice. Okay, so I need 3s or less. And then we have the coastal defense ship. Them is a 6. And then they have, we'll use the green dice for a torpedo boat destroyer is a 2. Okay. So I need to put that to 3s and green 2s, okay? So that's what we got going on right now. So I've got 4 at 3 versus 1 at 6 and 1 at 2. So here we go. Okay. Wow, the carnage. So I got 2 hits and he got 2 hits. See, the red and the green dice, what is it? They just hate rolling high. Maybe I should have used different color. Anyway, so they're gonna lose their little Norwegian fleet, and I'm gonna lose 2 subs. Okay. Meanwhile, sorry folks, it's just the setup I have. It's not as easy to get around as Panzer King's beautiful setup. So now we also have the ground battle. So I've got my 2 infantry, and then I've got a fighter and a tactical bomber. So I've got 2 infantry going into the mountains, so they're going to be at 1. It'll be the yellow. And then I've got a tactical going in at a 7. And the fighter, of course, going in at a 6. All right, so I've got 2 infantry and going in. Okay, so, boy, these red and green dice. Okay, there you go. And just to be fair, I'll roll the red dice for his militia, defending it at 2. This time we got an 8. Could have had advanced artillery if you would have done that earlier.
Would you like some cheese with that wine?
So northern Norway I took without any loss. In southern Norway, he has the coastal defense gun, which doesn't do him any good, and he has 1 infantry. Okay. I have, sorry folks, I got to go back and check again. I have 2 Marines, 1 infantry, 1 cavalry, and 1 light tank. So 2 Marines. So they're going to be at a 1. Got 2 of them. Don't really need those extra ones. I've got 1 infantry, 1 cavalry, and then 1 light tank. And so we'll use a blue. Okay. Well, I guess I can just use 3 dice then for the infantry class. So we got 3 infantry class, and we've got the green one. Out of there, and then the blue one. So not a lot of heavy punch here. I just need 1 hit. Okay, we got 1 hit with, or did we? No, we didn't. We did not get a hit. So look, they're all off by like 1 or 2. That's so sad. And then he replies with a 4, and he got a hit. Okay, so I'm down 1 of those. Well, here we go. Look at these numbers. Good night. Okay, well, at least he missed that time. That's good. All right, there we go. Finally, we got a 1. Okay, so we got him. Will he take yet another? No, he will not. Okay, so I lost 1 unit, 1 infantry class unit in the battle for Norway. Now, a lot of people said, Hilltop, that was really a dumb move.
Let go of the ceiling. Wait.
Doing this attack on Norway. And for what it's worth, I 100% agree with you. It was a dumb move. I did not realize everything that, take my infantry guy off, that was going to happen. I didn't realize it clearly. I got the terminology backwards.
Did you find the files?
I don't even know what they look. What do they look like?
They're in the computer.
They're in the computer?
I thought it was going to go pro-axis. I thought Sweden was going to go pro-axis. I didn't know it was going to align. And that's absolutely my fault, because I did have a couple of guys tell me that, and I just did not clue in. So it was it's a poor choice of words. Poor choice of words. But we're going to go up 2 in our economy. And I'm just going to finish off the Soviet Union over here because too much walking. I already got my steps in today.
I walk the shopping malls. I start where I parked my car. I get out of the car and I close the door and I do some warm-ups, you know. This may seem very silly to you, but I warm 1, 2, 2.
So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 now that there's no more Norwegian ships in the way, and we're going to come all the way back to Sea Zone 16, I think this is. Yes. Okay. Subs will stay there. So now we have 2 Marines, a cavalry, a light armor down here in southern Norway. We've got a tactical and a fighter in Trondelag, and then up here in Finnmark, we have, or Finnmark, we have 2 infantry. Okay. So the Soviets are going to go up $2, and then we got some movements going on. So maybe I should do the movements here. All right, these 2 guys in Karelia, they're going to walk into Leningrad. This transport, he is going to fly into Smolensk. We are going to rail 2 infantry from Smolensk. We're going to rail them down to Transcaucasia. So now we've got 4 infantry in Transcaucasia. And we are also going to fly a couple of a fighter and a tactical down into Transcaucasia. Hopefully that is nice and clear. We also have this tactical bomber here, and he is going to go, he can only go 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Boy, there's some big chunks of real estate there, eh? All right, so he's 4. So in western Kazakhstan is where the tactical goes. We're also going to have our little Black Sea fleet here. They're going to sortie and get out of here. Going to go try some stuff out. So they're going to go 1 into Sea Zone 35, 2 into 52. All right, and we've got the ports here, so they can go 3. So we're going to go right here to 81. So why not? So you got your Russian cruiser, a Russian destroyer, and a Russian coastal sub. I think the coastal sub can make it.
Oh, that's not right. No.
If the coastal sub can't make it all the way out there, it's going to stay there. I forgot to check the stats on that. But maybe can only move 1. I'll check. All right, I'll check and I'll set that straight. So anybody watching, there you go. All right. And, okay, for the Chinese, there's no real attacks per se, just because there's nobody there. So I just wanted to make it look dramatic for everybody with all of these red arrows. I was going to go down in here, but I decided, you know what? I can't let these guys up off the mat yet. So we've got that. everybody that can go is going to go. So I'm going to pause and then set this up because obviously I've got tons of stuff that's all the same. We'll stack it up and we'll see what we got. All right, that's what it looks like after the fact. So we have, oh shoot, I forgot some of the numbers. I think it's 21 or 22 infantry. Got 4 artillery. We railed 1 down from the factory. We have 4 mountain troops. We have 4 cavalry, and I believe 13 militia. I'll talk to the boys about it later just to make sure. I landed the fighter in Yunnan. I moved the artillery down to Szechuan. I planted the 2 new tanks right in the middle there, and nothing else here changed except Buddy here walks down. And that is it. Okay, so that's it for the Communist Chinese. They end with a $15 of income, and they got 2 from the British, so they have $17 to spend next round because they saved nothing.
And my question is, would it be a bad decision to purchase some rental properties to increase our cash flow?
You're broke!
And just in case you're wondering, we put the free militia in here and the free infantry in here as well. That's why the numbers are a little higher than they were before. Well, 1 higher. For the Soviets, we are going to take our international brigade, put him in Moscow. We are going to take our artillery, and we're going to put that in Smolensk. We have 2 fighters, and we are going to put our 2 fighters in Leningrad. Believe it or not, sorry, I wasn't even pointing the camera anywhere near Leningrad. So 2 fighters into Leningrad. I'll go remove all of those things. And the Stalingrad factory goes from a medium up to a major factory. And this goes up 1 more. So what I like to do, just to let me know how far along we are, is this is now in the 2nd stage, just in case my other one gets bumped and things fall apart. So that's gone there. And like I say, we saved this much here. So that's where we are. And the Soviets are at $51 now. So we're going to grab 51 here. We got 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. Let's get rid of those 5. 51. So 10, 20, 30, 40, $51. We get 3 for the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact as well. So there we go. So that is everything. So that means we have the $54 there. Plus we have the 21, I believe. Yes, the $21 that we did not spend from last time. So we have 54 and 21 is $75 to spend next time for the great USSR. Should be fun. And the Chinese have a lot less, but still have a pretty healthy economy going. All right, well that is everything. Hopefully that made sense to everybody. Thanks for watching. Going to be turning the reins over to the Japanese here under the very capable command of Panzer King. And the Americans, they are moving to the Pacific. This might not be correct. He built 9 subs here last round. He actually built a whole bunch of stuff here using the railway system and the supporting major shipyards. So yeah, he's building a ton of stuff. Some of these surface ships might be up by Alaska. There's been some talk as to which way they're going. But for what it's worth, there's a lot of steel in the Pacific. And there's all this steel here moving down now at Panama and ready to go through the canal. So things are we're gonna feel the squeeze here by the mighty American Navy and how much stuff they can throw on the board at once. It's absolutely terrifying. Big handful of subs. I like doing that when I'm the Germans, but I've never had the stones to try that with the Americans. But thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully I didn't make any errors this time. I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic that I actually did things right here. But I'm sure I'll read in the comments below, hey, if you didn't do this right, you forgot this. If so, no problem, folks. I love it when you correct us. I love it when you tell us when we messed up, because then we can just absolutely learn, and we'll all learn together. So thanks so much, folks, for watching. Hilltop Pillbox saying, hey, hug your loved ones. Thank your friends for playing with them. And may the dice be with you so that you can get advanced artillery too someday. Okay, one minor note. Some people were asking me before about where your factory in Oral Kursk went. And it goes right here up against southern Belarusia. So that's where that one is. Or not factory, sorry, fortifications. And the other ones are in the cities. So those are pretty simple to pick out. Okay? And of course, one in Moscow. All right, so hopefully that stops anybody's confusion. I'm certainly not here to confuse anybody but myself.
I'm confused. I'm confused right now, G.
All right, folks, there you go. Off to Japan.